Good evening, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. Welcome to this series of TISSNET. And for the past 1 week, we have been holding sessions. And today we are going to have a session on current affairs. Okay, so one of the sessions we had was last week, wherein we discussed things related to sports. And today we shall have discussion on certain things like awards and honors, okay, and recent appointments and science and tech. So you have certain topics from which you get current affairs, right? So last time I discussed that these are the topics that you should read about for current affairs. So last time we had discussed sports, right? Not only Olympics but other sports also, who were the winners in different sports and tournaments of major sports. So today we shall see about awards and honors, including the Nobel Prize and some other awards, plus recent appointments, government appointments, and other corporate appointments, etc. And also about some news related to science and tech. Okay. So this is the schedule. We have almost covered six of the sessions. Four sessions remain for the next 3 days. Today, tomorrow, and the day after, we shall have uh, a session on current affairs, which will start at 7 p.m. Okay, so let's first talk about Nobel Prize. Okay, so Nobel Prize are special every year. Okay, biggest prizes given in the world, and very likely you get a question in one of the examinations. So you cannot guarantee that you will get a question in TISSNET. Sometimes you might get a question in IFT, sometimes in TISSNET, sometimes in ZAT. So Nobel Prize is something that you should be reading every time. Okay, so you should be uh, reading about these facts. So it was first awarded in 1901. You should also know the history. Sometimes they ask static questions related to Nobel Prize. Okay, so it was first awarded in 1901. It is awarded. Uh, it started like in the beginning. It was awarded in the fields of physics, chemistry, medicine, literature, and peace. And later on, it was this economics was also added, right, in 1969. In 1968 they proposed it, and from 1969 onward it was awarded. Okay, so the interesting thing about Nobel Prize is that it is not shared among more than three individuals. Okay, we must have heard that many times. One person gets it, or there are two or three persons getting the prize, right? But never shared between more than three people. Although if it is given to an organization, then in that case it can be shared. Right. So these are some people who have received Nobel Prize on multiple occasions. Like now, this is some part of static GK, right? So you might be asked some questions on static GK related to Nobel Prize. I remember last time something was asked that which is not the category of Nobel Prize, uh, which was not awarded from 1901. Okay, so that was asked. So this year, if we talk about the Nobel Prizes in physics, it was given to three scientists. Right, so these are the three scientists: Scoocro, Manabe, Klaus Hesselman, Giorgio Parisi. I mean, you can use some mnemonics to remember their names. Okay, even if you remember one of the names, it's sufficient because, like, they ask all the people, they won't ask for one person. Okay, so even if you know, let's say you remember the name George, and from this you remember that this is Giorgio Parisi. So if they ask the Nobel recipient, so you can answer those. Okay, in chemistry, there were two people, so you can remember one of the names. Obviously, it is easy to remember Benjamin List. In medicine, there were again two people, David Julius, Ardem. So this thing about this, you should also read that uh, the thing for which it was given. Okay, so let's say they were given in this field, and what did they achieve in order to get this prize, right? So that those are the things that you should read, because sometimes they might not ask the name of the people, they might ask that uh, for what reason did they receive the Nobel Prize. Then Nobel Prize in Literature was given to Abdul Razak Gurna. So that is one, that's a unique person, right? I mean, single person. So uh, that might be asked. And do read about their nationalities as well, that which country do they belong to. Okay, and Peace Prize was given to two people, Maria Ressa and Dmitry Andreevich. These were the recipients of the Nobel Prize this year. So about them, like you can go to the official site and read about these people, read about the countries of these. Since there was no one from Indian origin or something, very unlikely that they might ask the countries. They will ask the names of the recipients. Okay, so be prepared with that, and very likely you get a question uh, related to Nobel Prize winners. Okay. All right, so let's see the next this. So economics, there were three people. Okay, now let's see some other prize winners. Okay, apart from Nobel Prize winners, like some this thing, Bangladeshi Nobel Peace Prize winner. He was formerly won the Nobel Peace Prize. Muhammad Yunus, he received the Olympic laurel. If you have happened to seen the opening ceremony, I don't know how many of you saw the opening ceremony. He received that honor in that. He's a Bangladeshi, right? And he's known for, I mean, working for the poor people related to their economy and all. So he was given a Nobel Peace Prize, and this time he received the Olympic laurel during the Tokyo Olympics. Okay, so again, important from India's point of view, Payal Kapadia, A Night of Knowing Nothing. It won this Oil d'Or award for best documentary at the 74th Cannes Film Festival. Now, these such things which are related to like some Indians that have some achievement, right? That those are the things that are sometimes asked. Like if someone, let's say someone becomes a beauty pageant somewhere, okay, or like some Indian wins, maybe not an Indian, maybe Indian of a person of Indian origin wins some award at a global level. That is definitely under the radar, and you get questions from that. Okay, so UNESCO Literacy Prize was given to NIOS for innovation in education. So they had something for this sign language for children, right, differently able children. So for that thing they were given this prize, UNESCO Literacy Prize. Then there was one award, CK Prahlad Award for Global Business Sustainability Leadership, that was awarded to Microsoft. Satya Nadella and his team were given awarded this prize. Then this Parambikulam Tiger Conservation Foundation, it was given the Earth Guardian Award. Because like things related to environment are also important. If something related to environment wins the prize or some recognition or some name change, all these things are important. Now this again important thing related to award, Satyajit Ray Lifetime Achievement Award. So it was given to two people, Martin Scorsese, he's a Hollywood actor and Hungarian filmmaker, Istevans Sabu. Okay, so they might ask that which of these personalities was given and where was the event held. Okay, so International Film Festival of India held in Goa in November 20 to 28. Then Rajnikant won the Dada Sai Phalke Award. This news probably most of you must be remembering, right? But maybe not this thing. Okay, so this is these are some different awards that were given. So Booker Prize, we had taken up this question in the marathon as well, right? So South African author Damon Galgut won the Booker Prize for the book The Promise. So they might ask the name of the book also, they might ask the name of the person also, or they can ask for the country also, right? So major awards and honors at national and international level, you should be knowing. Okay. Then Anita Desai won a Tata Literature Lifetime Achievement Award. This last week in the marathon, we had discussed this Pratham NGO. There is an NGO Pratham which works for underprivileged children. It won Indira Gandhi Peace Prize 2021. Then award in the field of sports, Leon Messi won the Ballon d'Or. Right, he wins. So they might ask the number of time in which for the seventh time. Right, so they might ask that on that it was which occasion for which he was winning this. India International Trade Fair, it is organized every year in Pragati Maidan. So Bihar won the gold medal at that. Now this is important, right? Anju Bobby George, she was given the Women of the Year award by World Athletics for grooming talent in the country. Okay, so that is something a first Indian woman to win this award. All right, so question might be asked from this. Then Ratan Tata was given Assam Vaibhav, that is the highest state award of Assam. Now holds importance because Ratan Tata, you are applying for TISSNET. Okay, so Tata, they ask questions related to Tata's, their businesses, etc. Okay, so probably a good question could be from this, that which state felicitated him with its highest honor. Okay. Then Indian architect Balkrishna Doshi, he won RIBA Royal Gold Medal for Architecture. So RIBA is a like British organization, Royal Institute of British Architects. So it awards architects at global level. So Balkrishna Doshi, again, man of Indian origin. So all these people, like people of Indian origin, Indians, if they win award at a global stage, that is an important news. So Indian mathematician Neena Gupta was given Ramanujan Prize. Times Magazine Person of the Year. Okay, so it is Elon Musk 2021. Okay, again Prime Minister Narendra Modi winning the highest civilian award of Bhutan. I don't know how to pronounce this, right? So they might ask you that which country awarded Prime Minister Narendra Modi with its highest civilian award. So you know that, but read this name. Right. They might not ask the name. They might say that this award was given by which country to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So from this unique name, you can relate to Bhutan and answer it. Then some more awards. Simon Biles named Times Magazine 2021 Athlete of the Year. Then Sale was honored the Golden Peacock Environment Management Award 2021. Steel Authority of India Limited. Then Emma Raducanu, British, your tennis player, right? We discussed last time also that she was she is quite young and she is the first player. She was not in the main players list, like she was in the qualifier among the qualifying players. The first player from a qualifying pool to win a Grand Slam. Okay, so she won the US Open, and for that reason, she was in limelight. So might be asked, okay, not about the sports personality, maybe asked about who won the US Open in the women's category. Then some appointments like this, like last time also something was asked, some brand ambassadors and also Peter named Alia Bhatt 2021 Person of the Year. Then there is Swachh Sarvekshan Awards given to different cities. In this, Indore was declared as the cleanest city. Okay, so these are some important things from the section of awards, right? The different awards given to people, given to cities, given to organizations, etc. Apart from that, the president also gave the Gallantry Awards. Okay, so Veer Chakra was given to Group Captain Abhinandan Vardhaman, I hope you know who he is, right? During that the surgical strike, uh, he came into fame, right? Then Kirti Chakra was given to Sapar Prakash Jadhav posthumously, and Shaurya Chakra was presented to these three people. Okay, so they might ask about Veer Chakra. They might ask about what are the different gallantry awards, what are peacetime awards, etc. So you should know have the static knowledge as well as the recent winners of these. Okay, so I hope you are finding these things useful, right? So let's see some more things that you should be prepared with. So, very important thing is these international appointments, okay, especially of the countries, like let's say uh, these were the countries where elections were held, some new people were elected. Now, which are the out of these, like, although very unlikely that you might be asked some random people, I'll tell you which are the important ones. So, Canada, they might ask, right? Canada is a big country, a global, powerful country, right? So, Justin Trudeau, the prime minister, he was for the third term as the prime minister. Okay. Then they might ask about Japan, that Fumio Kishida, that was important, was the 100th prime minister. Okay, so that is something unique about this. Then maybe they might not ask about all these countries because they don't expect you to know about all these, but it is good to read. But yes, this is important. Right? Barbados became the it became a republic on 30th November 2021. It became a republic. Okay, like India became a republic on 26 Jan 1950. Right, so that day president was appointed. So Sandra Mason, she is the first president of the country. Okay, and then I have marked these two because these are both first female prime ministers of these countries. Okay, so they might ask for Tunisia or Sweden, they might say that who is the first female prime minister of these countries, right? They won't go beyond this, they won't ask about other countries, but these were some of the presidents, prime ministers, this, how can I forget this? Right, German chancellor is also important. Okay, Germany also a strong country, right? So especially these three countries because powerful countries. Okay, and uh, Barbados because it is a new republic. So these are the appointments from which you can expect questions. Okay. All right. So let's see that some other appointments. Now these are also important. I mean, see, there are hundreds of appointments, thousands of appointments. I've picked the few handful ones that hold importance from examination point of view, right? So not everything is important. So in this case, I've taken the things which are important ones. Okay. All right. So some like heads of some important Indian organizations like chairman of Press Trust of India, chief of air staff, right next chief, like he is the new chief of air staff, Air Marshal Vivek Ram Chaudhary. Then chief ministers, maybe CEO of Yahoo, big thing, right? So DG of BSF, Shakti Kandas, the governor of RBI. Okay, then some MD and CEOs of some big organizations like Axis Bank. Okay, MD of LIC, Parag Agarwal. So Parag Agarwal was in news, right? So you can get questions from these ones. So these are some handpicked important appointments. There are a list of several appointments at different organizations at different stages. But these are something that hold importance, and I believe that these are relevant from examination point of view. Okay. Now, apart from this, again, Chief of Indian Navy also Admiral R. Hari Kumar. Then now these Indian, as I said, that people of Indian origin, like as I said, Parag Agrawal, CEO of Twitter. Right? So that might be asked because it is a trend in these examinations. You should see the trends, right? That what kind of questions do they focus on? So if some, let's say, some person of Indian origin becomes, let's say, this person, right? Leena Nair, right? CEO of Channel. So Indian person of a big company. So obviously that is something they expect you to know. Okay, so like as a business business awareness news. Okay. Now Geeta Gopinath, IMF's Deputy Managing Director. Okay. Uh, V. Anant Nageshwaran, new Chief Economic Advisor, important designation in India. Okay. Then Urjit Patel, VP of AIIB. Then Amit Doshi, CEO of Britannia Industries. So people of Indian origin, like if they get to a high position, like some CXO position in some brand which is a global MNC, right? So definitely those kind of questions, those you should read about them because it is expected from you to know such things, and the questions might be put up in the examination. So these are some more list of appointments that are important from examination point of view. Okay. Now let's see some news related to science and tech, which were of relevance. Okay, so first malaria vaccine. Maybe they might give you the name also. They might ask. So RTS-SAS01. That is some nomenclature. Okay, RTS-S you can remember. Then there was something. There was the first movie was shot in space, The Challenge. Okay, so these people like earlier, whatever movies you had, like it was, I mean, using some, uh, I mean, some tools you used to create those, but this was actually shot in space. So that is of importance. And then NASA launched Lucy mission for Jupiter Trojan asteroids. China launched its first exploration satellite, that is Zihe. Okay, important. See, the important launches are by basically NASA or let's say Russia or the European Space Agency, ISRO, and China, Japan. These are all countries that you should focus on, right? Or if some country launches first of its kind, then it is important, right? And I hope this everyone knows that Facebook's name has been changed to Meta. Yes, officially now it is called Meta. Although you still see the URL on all or remains Facebook itself, but the name has been changed to Meta. Okay, so again, Indian origin. As I said, that wherever you see some Indian origin person getting some laurel or doing something, so read about that. So Anil Menon, he's SpaceX first flight surgeon. Then NASA launched this telescope named James Webb Telescope, space telescope, right? So again, important thing. They might ask about its height. It's located at 1.5 million kilometers from Earth. Okay, so largest, you must have heard of Hubble telescope, right? So that was a big telescope. Now this is James Webb Space Telescope. It is the largest telescope thus far. Okay, and was launched recently. CryptoWire introduced India's first global index of cryptocurrencies, IC15. That is the name of this index. First country to use Bitcoin as a legal tender, El Salvador. Okay, so Bitcoin was in news. So they might ask about those things. So yes, that is the first country to legalize Bitcoin. The list of first in science and tech also related things. These are the things that are generally asked in your examination. So today we saw about awards. Okay, what are the important awards that include Nobel Prize and then some other awards also. Then appointments. These appointments should include basically political appointments, some president, prime minister, chancellor, etc. And it could be corporate appointments or some other appointments like let's say uh, like chief of air staff, chief of navy, etc., etc. And some major news from science and tech. Okay, so we'll have two more sessions in which we'll see some more things which are important from current affairs point of view and which should be covered. Uh, or I mean, if you cover these things, like you have almost covered most of the part, and you are generally likely to answer most of the questions asked from current affairs. See, there will be few questions that will be out of the box, some very random questions. Okay, but most of them are okay types. I mean, if you read these things, as I said, awards, appointments, science and tech, sports, like some conferences being held in the world, okay, or some government schemes that have been launched, uh, some famous personalities, questions related to them, brand ambassadors, etc., etc. You generally are able to get most of the questions correct from current affairs. There may be very few points which are asked randomly, but most of the things are covered when you cover these things in advance. Okay, so we have three more sessions left for this. So tomorrow we shall have another one wherein we'll discuss some national and international affairs, and uh, day after tomorrow also we will have this one. So I hope your preparation is going good for the examination. All right, so wish you all the best for the examination. You just have a few days. So just use these days to brush up your general awareness. Okay, because other sections are quite easy. If you talk about the verbal ability, if you talk about the mathematics part, those are generally easy in TISSNET. GK is the game changer. You have 40 questions. You have a sectional cutoff also. Even if, let's say, if you're targeting other exams, other courses also, there is a sectional cutoff of 14 in TISSNET, and you have to clear that sectional cutoff. And overall also, for your high score, you need to have good score in GK. Okay, so something that you should be focusing on. Okay, all right, so thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. Goodbye.